not many more chances for FakeOut Nation to make it to playoffs. In fact, there's literally only one more chance for them to make it. 8-7 for FakeOut Nation, and I believe it's 9-6 for Supernova. They're doing better. They've already secured their playoff spot, Supernova. So this is a must-win scenario for FakeOut Nation. Good evening, everybody. My name is Ito, and tonight I'm going to be bringing you just one match of ESEA Advanced Season 33. And again, if you saw my tweet, this is reaching the very last, this is the very last match, actually, for both of these teams in the regular season. Supernova, I believe, has secured their playoff spot, but definitely do want to try to chase down better seeding. But this is kind of do or die for FakeOut Nation. It's this, or they're not going to have a chance. Starting on the CT side, Supernova will get off to probably the start that they want, also stacking 4 players towards the A bomb site, leaving only Ange to hold down B alone. FakeOut Nation, though, it seems like this is some sort of counter shot, just holding over towards T ramp before slowly contacting up towards Banana. Seems definitely like a read on the situation. Ange just kind of going for a little bit of a prod towards top. Banana will easily give up his position. It will be compromised by FakeOut Nation, but no rotates from the CT side have come over. They're all grouping up towards the top of Banana. Smokes, Molotovs, probably not Molotovs, smokes and flashes will all come through, and the B bomb site belongs entirely to FakeOut Nation at the moment here. Unscathed for both teams as well means that this is going to be a full 5 versus 5 in a retake scenario here. One kit on Shooterman at the moment, but a two-pronged attack is going to be very biased towards one side of the team, I would imagine here. Tags from the T side are pretty lethal as they just storming up through Banana, really Supernova, but it's not exactly the cleanest of pushes. They end up losing out on these duels, and it's a 1 versus 3 towards the end of the round. Shoker is just going to be perfectly content holding down his kit, half armor, because that round did not really work out for Supernova whatsoever. It's not the worst of times. Again, that's only the pistol. It is a much-needed boost of momentum for FakeOut Nation, though, because, again, last chance for them to make it to playoffs. Lots on the line here. If you can get off to a hot start, maybe try to get a little bit of momentum together, you have a chance. Supernova, definitely not the start that they're looking for here. Just kind of seemed to come out on the bottom of all the duels that they would have hoped for, but it's no matter. We'll be choosing to rebuy into this next round. Wait, is Mo actually going for this peak? No, it's going to be a bit too risky for him to actually do. That means Banana control will again be seized by the T side, excuse me. They've been able to get it relatively for free in that pistol round as well as this one. The util usage isn't quite there from the CTs, meaning that it's just going to be an easy taking from them. Things at a standstill. FakeOut Nation, at least judging by that pistol round, are perfectly content playing things slow and just doing full executes onto a site once everybody has gathered up in the same area. Worked out well. This time their task is going to be even easier, since they only have to go up against pistols with the exception of the MP9 on Shoker and the Scouts on Shooterman, both of which are lined up towards that porch side. So if the T's were to take it towards B, they would be in for a pretty clean round most likely. It's a 3-2 split for the CT Supernova. Probably going to be on the back foot of this push yet again as FakeOut Nation begin their embarkment into the B bomb site here. Smoke goes down, but Quick doesn't care about it. He's just going to push through it, find 2 kills absolutely for free. There's a trade out from Ange, but it's just a sea of yellow in the kill feed, meaning that the rotations are going to be completely worthless from Supernova, and it's just going to be their best bet to save their weaponry right now. The CTs, again, not exactly getting their expected results out of that force up, but if they can keep their guns, it's not the worst way to go out, I suppose. Interesting enough, though, Shooterman is playing very aggressive. Seems to be wanting to catch someone on the exit if they possibly can. Shoker, though, I don't think he's going to be in any danger for the time being. Otherwise, though, another clean one from FakeOut Nation. Sure, a bit of an expected result, but I'm glad to see they aren't faltering on it. There seems to be a lot of times where teams seem to be a bit uncomfortable in those anti-eco sort of situations, but this doesn't seem to be one of them. 2-0 start for the T's is, again, another way to get some early momentum into the game. Viz, I love your copy paste, man. Alright, number 3 comes in. This time, even less to work with. Supernova keeping the same equipment that they had the last round, plus a few upgraded pistols. Momo investing literally $0 into the fight here. Quick B push will be in order. Icy is going to be able to deal with this perfectly fine as he finds one, a second, but not the third. Shoker overwhelms him with that MP9, and we'll choose a backup right behind it here. Ange will still prod, maybe try to catch another terrorist off guard or something if he can get so lucky to do it, but I think the T's should be able to close this one out relatively solidly. He will be pushing up over towards Arch side, and he can actually have a perfectly clean frag onto Shoker here, who is actually ready for the fight here. Both points of contact from FakeOut Nation have been spotted over at the A bomb site, so they'll quickly rotate over towards B. Tags will be the last one left standing, at least on the A bomb site, while the rest of his team storms the opposing area. Although the util usage isn't the prettiest from FakeOut Nation, they have a clear sight line, a clear angle to get everything that they could ever hope for. As they plant the bomb at B, and Tags will go ahead, find a couple of kills on his way out to the grave, but Shooterman will drag him down to hell. FakeOut Nation, despite sustaining a little bit more damage than I'm sure they would want to on a round like this, are going to be able to get out relatively unscathed. Shooterman going to be able to save that AK-47, but I mean, it's not the end of the world. I think this would not be exactly the best situation for FakeOut Nation trying to chase down Shooterman. Although he has no armor, the CTs are going to be able to buy no matter what in this next round, so it's, don't take your chances and ruin your own economy, because FakeOut Nation, they're starting to get onto something good with their eco. You see how their money is already starting to stack up a decent amount here. Tags is the notable exception, only at 1,500, but that's after a full buy. This is crazy to think some of these players still have healthy economy even after buying up. I mean, it's really going to be a sign for the times, and if Supernova can't really put a stop to this, we could see a really monumental T-side from FakeOut Nation come through, theoretically. Aggressive banana control being taken from Supernova. We saw them try to do this multiple times in the season, usually working to pretty decent success. No early frags found, but decent damage done. Icy down to 71 points of health. And a quick brackets play in the works from the T side. Almost immediately, rotate comes over. Momo will be dragging his corpse through CT. And I thought there was actually going to be a little bit more of a pop play, but no, they take their time actually pushing through, and Momo stays alive. Could easily trade one out. Indeed, he does. I thought he was going to be dead to rights, but they don't check his angle, and he's able to reign supreme over one player. Maybe a second could be on the cards if Quick isn't checking all of his angles. Momo is wise to it, though. Choose to look away for the time being here, but Quick is going for a full rotation through CT spawn. This is such a heads-up play by him. I'm not sure if Momo is going to be ready for it, though. Quick has a potential to go absolutely massive at the moment here. They both spot each other, and Momo will win that duel 9 times out of 10. Unfortunately, just unable to spot the lurking counter-terrorist here. And Dolphy kisses Icy through the smoke here, but a bullet to the head will put him out of his misery here. And this round is falling apart completely. FakeOut Nation absolutely have no foothold, despite so many decent plays that they had a shot at making something work with. Oh, Vetis gets a nice one on Dolphy to start things off. And a 1 versus 3, I mean, he's still most likely dead to rights here. 10 seconds left on the clock. Just try to force that bomb down. Force the CTs to, take you down before time ticks all the way down. How did he get that? What? I was just about ready to cut myself off and say, okay, well, he dies before time, but no, he gets the bomb down for some reason. What? I mean, that's a decent way to actually go out, all things considered. Sure, FakeOut Nation don't get the round by any stretch of the imagination. They lose a lot of guns. They don't take down many players on the CT side, but since they got bombed down, they're going to be able to healthily rebuy into this one. Krieg's AWPs, AK-47s, I mean, it's looking good for them. Supernova still have another hurdle to overcome before they effectively break the economy of FakeOut Nation early on here. Again, aggressive banana control will be in the works from Supernova here. This time they meet a little bit more of a competition. That being said, Dolphy does not falter and easily removes Vetus from the round. And look at these super aggressive positions from the CTs already. You see how they're dragging rotations over, giving up banana entirely, and Momo is already on his way to join the party at A. So again, 4 players stacked up towards A, and it's a great read on the situation, because FakeOut Nation, at least for now, they seemed like they're inclined to bring it over towards A. Quick still has a horse in this race, so he's slowly pushed his way up towards Arch. That could be perfect, though, for Shoker, who's lurking on Library here. So, an important duel to keep an eye on, because I think FakeOut Nation might fall for the bait after all. Tags trying to prod out towards Balcony, finds nothing, but he doesn't get hurt either. So, overall, it's a pretty neutral game. Although Ange eats a nice grenade. Tags is most likely going to be on borrowed time as he exposes himself for just a little too long. Shoker, meanwhile, over towards Library, is unable to find the frag. On to Quick here, and suddenly this is looking a lot better for FakeOut Nation. Or was, at least. But then Shooterman got into the picture, found an essential double kill to close things out. Icy will have to pull off an incredible clutch, but he's not even going to make it close to victory. I mean, all things considered, that was very chaotic. If FakeOut Nation were just able to hit a couple more of those shots, that could have easily swung in their favor. But, I mean, what can you say? Supernova, quick on the trigger, are able to close it out and really look solid while doing it. 4 guns left standing. A great double kill from Shooterman. Really makes the waters a bit hot for FakeOut Nation here. Nade stacked down banana. Oh, Quick. Gets quickly tagged down to 16. I think now it's time for Supernova to exact a little bit of revenge on some of these ecos. Supernova, when they forced up, didn't have the best of luck. Now they can try to even the deal up. Surely in 3-3 scoreline is going to be on the cards here. Shooterman, watching over towards Arch, actually looks away as the first point of contact. And the second and third both come up from FakeOut Nation, trying to close the distance, but they actually are going to be wrapping through Arch here. Shooterman will take a little bit of a contested fight, but the T's are starting to wiggle their way through CT spawn, having second thoughts and actually bringing it back over towards A. You see how the rotates have not changed at all from Supernova here. They're still holding their ground, and Tags, despite getting a kill, will get the deal evened up perfectly by Shoker, Shooterman, and, I mean, really just those two. Shoker gets a nice triple kill to cap things off, and now Niche, with only a Glock, probably his best bet at this point is just to die. If he can get bombed down, that'd be a miracle. Both the players on A are low, so he could theoretically pull it off, but, well, who's to tell? There we are. Niche gets the first, has an exact idea on where Shooterman is. Doesn't know how low he is, though. Shooterman just playing with fire at the moment here. How is Niche survived for this long? The rotates are starting to come through from the CT side, but Niche is able to cause so much damage on his way out. I'm actually really surprised it worked out that well for him. That first point of contact coming from a boiler. I don't know how they didn't just kill him immediately, to be totally honest, but that's just how it be sometimes. Goes down swinging, takes 2 guns with him, and a pause comes through. It's been 3 rounds for both teams in a row. I would say now's the essential time to call a pause, but maybe it's tactical, maybe it's technical. You never really know. Gotta say, though, FakeOut Nation for those first 3 rounds were looking pretty solid, but in these past couple of 3, I don't know. They haven't been too convincing. It feels kind of strange to think that the most competitive round they've had so far in the past couple of 3 have been when they're on full pistols. Now that they have full guns, do they change anything up here? I think that early banana control has been really strong for Supernova so far, and I think the T's start to realize it. Toss some grenades down, and yeah, there you have it. Now it's switched right back over to the other side. A flip of the coin, and banana belongs to FakeOut Nation here. So good adjustment by them, but they need to do a little bit more. You see how Niche has already wiggled his way up over towards brackets at the moment. Will back off, though. Knows that's a little bit of a question mark and a bit dangerous to actually try to keep prodding that area. Will Set down another smoke over at Arch side to keep the CTs at bay as Shoker has rotated his way from B. So now 3-2 split is in the works from Supernova. Still a neutral game though. Well, not for long, because apparently Momo has just decided to enter the server, completely ruin Quick's chance of going big in this round here. But still, that bracket control exists, and Niche has made himself a decent nest, trying to push up slowly here. However, Shoker, sitting right behind the smoke, could easily spoil the plans of FakeOut Nation. For this round here, he checks the edge of the smoke, and they realize it just about at the same time, but Shoker's shot hits better. He's going to be able to find the frag for free. Now 3 versus 5, FakeOut Nation are starting to look real dazed and confused on this push into the A bomb site here. I know that's Nubage's favorite phrase, but my lord, FakeOut Nation look absolutely lost at the moment here, and their shots are beginning to make sense as of why they don't win almost any duels. Only Icy is able to take down Shoker. Otherwise, clean sweep from Supernova as they take the lead on Inferno. That's definitely the kind of start Supernova needed. Sure, they didn't get those first 3 rounds together, but otherwise, it's been smooth sailing for them. I guess there was also that hiccup with whatever that was on the eco from FakeOut Nation, which, speaking of which, they're right back onto another weak buy. Grenades just raining down mid, and V is going to find a frag immediately. Quick has not been having the best luck in this game so far, I can say. Vetus also tagged up, and same story with Icy. And, well, Vetus is the first to fall after the facts. And, I mean, this round, it's going by quick. Not very convincing at all. FakeOut Nation don't seem to exactly have the highest hopes in this one. Their buy seems to reflect it. We'll really have to hope for miracle bomb plants or just a couple of crazy deagle shots from someone like Icy. But I don't really see it happening, and I don't think Supernova do either. 1v5. Surely an impossible task, especially since Icy's location has been revealed. Now the CTs can start gathering up right around him and just, you know, put him on the chopping block and call it a round. But, you know, minimal investment, minimal return. That's kind of the story so far with the eco rounds in this game. Nothing as promising as we saw from that one previously from FakeOut, as Supernova improved 5-3. Peek down, or mid, excuse me. Look at this, Ange is just pushing his way down. I'm not sure if he has a read on the situation from FakeOut Nation, but this is such an aggressive play, and it works out perfectly, at least for 1 kill. He needs to be flashed out desperately here. I'm not sure if Shooterman has tossed it out just yet, but Ange is perfectly able to find another before he falls. Vetus finally ruins the monster's hopes and dreams, and he will continue with another. He puts his soul in another player. It's Tags to actually pick up the kill. Now it's a 3 versus 2. There's a real shot for FakeOut Nation to make this one work. There's only 1 player located at A for the time being, and he has just been tagged down heavily, but he still is going to be able to deliver with the shots. Takes down Icy, and it's a 1-on-3. What looks so promising for a second there from FakeOut Nation has completely gone up in flames. Tags will have to pull off another 1 versus 3 to make this work, but Supernova, they seem very confident in these kind of situations. They're forcing the issue early, and Tags is perfectly able to take that fight. Finds one, but doesn't realize where the second is. He is a bit keen on the location, but he's being hit from multiple angles, so it's just impossible for him to win that one, really. A very good attempt, and getting the bomb down is a much needed, I guess, goalpost to set down. FakeOut Nation are able to buy up because of it. Supernova, now 6 in a row, will force FakeOut Nation, most likely, that is, call another tactical pause. This is going to be gun round number, 5 for FakeOut Nation. Haven't exactly had the best luck with them, that's for sure. Oh wait, no, it's been gun round number 7? I don't know. A number of gun rounds, most of which have not worked out for FakeOut Nation. That's the general message I'm trying to get across here. Taking a quick gander at the money, Supernova are starting to, I guess, reflect how FakeOut Nation's money looked towards the beginning of this game here. 10K on Ange after buying it. Or actually, no, he hasn't bought up, excuse me. But, I mean, really decent money plus 2 Kriegs on Dolphy and Momo. I mean, this is how you know that a CT side is starting to go very well. Like, this is exactly where Supernova want to be at the moment. It looks like this is actually a technical pause, considering how long this is taking. I'm sure issues will get resolved relatively quickly. Can't imagine it taking too long. FakeOut Nation. What's their money looking like? It's not terrible. I mean, they actually get a much better buy than I'm thinking of. Only Icy really has to give up a couple of grenades, and he still has a flashbang, so he could, flash a teammate in, try to stop any early pushes that someone like Ange is going to be trying down mid. Speaking of which, Ange finally buys up, and I'm pretty sure that is going to mark the end of the pause. Indeed it is. And, well, here we go. Round number 10. Supernova, I don't think that they need to change anything up in a very extreme way. We saw that extreme change come from Ange last round, where he pushed down mid, was able to find 2 before he fell. But that was, I mean, that single-handedly kind of broke the round for FakeOut Nation. There was almost no way for them to recover after that fact here, unless they just got really lucky with a kill. Check this out. Aggressive banana control. Momo's already boosted up on top of the half wall here. That is going to be so key if FakeOut Nation want to try to retake that control later on in the round here. And although Momo has a good idea of where Niche could be, Niche is just better on the trigger and is able to remove him from the round. So 4 versus 5, much needed change from FakeOut Nation, as now rotates have been brought over. Supernova all gathered up over towards A, with the exception of Shooterman, who's alone at B, but it doesn't matter because all the fights are going to be happening over at A. Shoker is going to be finding first and second blood for the CTs here. Now Niche and Quick and Tags are all low. This could be an easy lineup for Shoker. You have to keep your eye on him because he could go massive. Dolphy will steal the glory just a little bit, taking down Tags. Now Shoker, Dolphy, just both combined to find all 5 kills in the round. It is a just incredible one from Supernova. They completely close out the A bomb site here. FakeOut Nation had absolutely no shot, just especially after taking down or taking all that damage. It's just like so hard to face up against a gauntlet like that. And so the good headlines continue for Supernova, and the bad ones for FakeOut Nation do as well. Now you see they're trying to take banana. FakeOut Nation. Exchanging of grenades. Ends up having the T's on the short end of the stick. You see Supernova are starting to play this a little bit more passive. They do eventually aggress towards the top of banana and remove Icy. A quick clean frag. Rotate's not over, but I don't think there'll even be a reason to drag a rotate over, because I think Supernova can easily close this one out with a 3 that they have on the site. Quick. Ready towards arches, though. Maybe it could cause a little bit of chaos. Shoker will be ready for it, though, with that Krieg. Shooterman finds first blood onto the A bomb site. Shoker reveals his Krieg and his position, and oh, he finds a second. That's unbelievable. Takes down Niche as well. I thought he was going to be gone for sure, but how can you ever doubt someone like Shoker? He gets a nice clean double. Sure, it's, eco frags, but man, does it not look pretty while he does it. Now it's 8-3. This is starting to look like a very confident half from Supernova. I'd say that this is one of the last chances for FakeOut Nation to really make their presence known, because it's starting to look pretty bad for them. Full investment into this one, FakeOut Nation. Also bringing in the AWP to the picture. Shooterman crosses. Uncontested. How did he get that? Was there a gap in that smoke? That's unbelievable. Well, because of that, oh yeah, that's a terrible gap in the smoke. I have no clue how FakeOut Nation weren't ready for that one, but Shooterman will take that any day of the week. A free kill and a free 4 versus 5 is the perfect start and the perfect recipe for disaster. FakeOut Nation slowly contacting up towards banana. I mean, are they just going to be going for a straight up B exec here? Seems like it, based off of how they're playing this. You see how Supernova still have that 3-2 in order here. Shooterman will join the party at B, which is going to be a good read because they execute. Will be starting to come through from FakeOut Nation, but they could still bring this over towards A if they still felt like it. Momo, waiting on top of the yellow box, reveals himself a bit too early, so that allows 2 kills to go the way of FakeOut Nation. Now it's a 3 versus 4, and oh, Shooterman gets one. They're generally just a nice exchange of HP, but it's a 3 versus 3 still, and it's going to be a very tough task for Supernova to try to overcome this post plan. FakeOut Nation, surely they have a grasp on this one here. It would have to require a lot of grit from the CTs here. Oh, tags, especially holding towards smoke, could really ruin the party, really ruin the surprise here. Both kills go the way of the CTs, and Shooterman is next up on the firing range. FakeOut Nation finally find round number 4. And I said this was the last chance for FakeOut Nation to really make a mark on their T side, and that's the first hurdle that they needed to overcome. Winning a gun round when their money was looking towards, you know, it was looking terrible. Let's be completely honest. I mean, if FakeOut Nation lost that, sure, they have that full loss bonus coming through, but they would have to cut some corners. Oh, man, aggressive mid here, and don't do it to them again here. Vedis removes Shoker from the round here, but Ange is still lurking behind us. Great nade through, tags up Icy as well as Quick, and eating a few bullets too. Ange gets reflashed this time over towards T-ramp. Oh my god, Ange is just playing with fire here. Eventually he gets burned, but it takes a little bit of effort from FakeOut Nation. But they're in a 5 versus 3. This is another really good start for FakeOut. Surely this is one that they can close out. Dolphy is trying to cause a little bit of chaos towards the bottom of Banana, but I'm pretty sure FakeOut Nation will check this angle. Seem a bit keen on where the CTs could possibly be, and they will not miss their shot. Now it's a 5 versus 1. Shooterman probably has absolutely zero chance of making this work. I don't even think he can save his gun unless he just really commits to his safe place, but surely FakeOut Nation are just going to try to hunt them down and get the money out of their hands as much as they possibly can. But we don't even get that far. On the rotate through, tags, just tags down Shooterman, really. An 8-5. So an 8-7 would be very promising from FakeOut Nation, especially considering how dire this was looking for a little while for them. It would be a pretty nice look for them, wouldn't it? Have 2 more chances to close things out, and the CTs, I mean, since they fully invested into this one here, their money is not going to be looking good for round number 15 if they lose this, which it's looking like they're, I mean, going to be doing. I don't know how Icy just gets those completely for free. There's no flash, no nothing, and it's just going to be a quick double for Icy with that Krieg in hand. So 3 versus 5, make it a 2 versus 5. And, well, I guess that reality that I mentioned is going to come true here. Supernova are probably not going to have a lot of money for this last round of the half here. If things keep up in this fashion, they'll have to save their guns, but they don't seem to be exactly impressed with the idea of doing that. FakeOut haven't exactly committed to a certain site just yet. Seems that they're airing towards B at the moment, though. Vedis sitting up on top of these logs, and the rotate coming through from Ange seems to also signify that they're going through with a plan here. Shoker waiting behind triple, will be able to find one uncontested, but if they don't have an idea of where Ange could be, they could still take this over towards B because they can still think it only has 1 player. Now Ange is able to join the picture, and Shoker, despite finding a nice double spray down, falls all the same here. Niche barely keeps his team in that one. It was actually way closer than I expected. Supernova, again, another situation where they're going to go down swinging. But, I mean, sure, do that all you want. Your money is still going to be absolutely minimal for number 15. You're going to have to see most likely Pistol Force. Maybe they can eke together a Scout, you know, an MP9, FAMAS. You can probably get a couple of those out, but I mean, this should be an 8-7 half, all things considered, for FakeOut Nation. I can't really see a world in which they throw this one away. Yeah, Noobage, I want to hear something funny / not funny. It's going to be about coronavirus, I bet. I mean, there's no reason for Supernova not to spend all their money in this final round. It looks like a nade stack actually has been called. At least judging by how Dolphy immediately bought a grenade before anything else. I mean, that nade stack was pretty good on the fake out. I think it'd actually be a really good idea for them to try to bring that in. But, you know, they're ESEA advanced, not me. 4 Kriegs, 1 AWP. The perfect buy for FakeOut Nation. One of the pro casters posts, due to coronavirus, I'll cast your game for $5. Who posted that? What? I mean, hey, man, desperate times calls for desperate measures. And, well, I think that buy is a perfect example of why. Machine did that? Oh, man, I love Machine. Hot take, Machine is the most talented esports personality out there. He's fucking amazing at casting. He could even do, like, slight analyst work if he really wanted to. Great at hosting. He's just, like, awesome, man. I love Machine. Full buy. Okay, yeah, Supernova. This is kind of what I expected. Surprised that they're able to actually get these many MP9s on board, but it just really shows how cheap they are. Shooterman probably going to be able to get a scout here, yeah? No, he joins the MP9 party, so one last attempt for Supernova to make this a 9-6 half. Otherwise, FakeOut Nation will keep things competitive at the end of the day. But, I mean, still, all things considered, this should be another FakeOut Nation round. I don't really see this working out for Supernova. Despite all the pauses, despite the force-up, despite the possibly different play that they're going to be trying here. Aggressive grenades find absolutely nothing. That is. Alongside Quick, we'll be looking up towards mid. Check this out. Double boiler stack. Oh, Quick could be in just for a perfect surprise. He gets 2 kills for free. The party favors are a bit bloody for FakeOut Nation here, but that is a surprise party that they'll take any day of the week here. Now Shoker is going to be the last one left standing on the A bomb site here, although rotates have come through. I think Shoker will need to go absolutely huge to make this work out for his team, and he's not going to be able to do that. Momo and Shoker both combined with a kill, but it's still 3 versus 1 when the sun starts setting. Oh, Jesus, a crazy flick around from Dolphy. He's actually able to find one. The second is just a hair off, and because of that, Icy will close things out, make it 8-7 at the half. So overall, very competitive. I have to say, after Supernova, we're off to that pretty massive lead. I thought it was going to look pretty dismal for FakeOut Nation, but at the same time, FakeOut Nation, I said that there's stuff that they had to do. You know, they had to win that first gun round, then they had to win the follow-up, sure, stuff like that. But they passed every test with, you know, flying colors, really. Oh, Dolphy, you gotta hit those. Okay, you know, he hit the... Whew, Dolphy. Insane halftime kills. Alright, Nubis says, someone on the post offered him $10, so if Machine is asking $5, I think you need to drop your rates. Yeah, dude. I know, I'm just going to be going $1. $1 and I'll cast your game. What could go wrong, right? Who needs rent? Who needs food? I'll take food stamp. Yeah. I'll cast one of your games for a box of Cheerios. Actually, wait, that would be more than $1, so actually, that's a good deal. Small halftime break before we get right back into the action. Luckily, despite all this catastrophic coronavirus news going around, online Counter-Strike is far from canceled. So we have plenty of fun ESEA advanced matches to come. In case you guys are just joining me, my name is Ito, and I have been mainly covering ESEA Advanced this season, but I'm going to be trying to expand my horizons coming soon here. I've applied for a lot of things, MDL, smaller leagues, HLTV covered matches, and stuff like that, so maybe I can broaden my scope a little bit here. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and settle down, enjoy a little bit of ESEA Advanced, because this is the final match of the season for both these teams. This is a must-win game as well for FakeOut. They're 8-7 in the season. I think 9 wins is what they need to at least have a chance of making it to playoffs, and oh, they're close to doing it. Only 9 rounds away, excuse me. Math is hard. Having to crack the offense seemed to be a bit tougher for them. Supernova, this time going to be on the aggressor side. That double stack banana is something that Supernova like to do very, very often. And a lot of teams actually like to do very, very often, but doesn't ever seem to amount to anything. It's a good attempt, though. I think it's no harm in doing it. Contact play in the works. A little bit of information spotted as brackets control slowly gets taken. Icy and Niche will be holding the same spot set. Supernova were a fan of holding on their CT side, while Vetus is waiting in CT. Now a full wraparound. Niche and Icy will have to take down all these players, and they get off to a damn fine start here. They find 2, 3, and nearly a 4th here. Niche could have easily gotten that one. A 4 versus 2 means that this is a very bad outlook for Supernova here. Dolphy will get one in return, and Shoker has a chance to line a couple of them up, but Vetus will quickly rid the pest out of the round, and that, I mean, just like that, it's going to be all evened up. I was a bit concerned for a second, to be totally honest, considering Shoker is one of those players where he can just have absolutely insane rounds, and I mean, just imagine if he got that lineup on the players coming up towards porch side. That would have been incredible to watch, but crisis averted. It's 8-8. Things are looking up for FakeOut Nation here because they will be able to get another solid buy together. And I didn't think I'd be saying this after the beginning of that first half, but FakeOut Nation have been looking a lot more solid on their gun rounds, and especially since Supernova are going to be forcing up theirs. A Krieg, Galil's, Desert Eagles. They're putting all their eggs in one basket here to really make this round work, but I don't really see it happening nor working out for them well. Hey, what's up, guys? Supernova is dog shit, someone says. Well, they're trying their best. I think they're doing good. They're 9-6. Ooh. And they could do even better here. Only a couple of rounds away from closing it out versus FakeOut. But it's the same story for the opposition as well. Flash play up, sure. Supernova, they are just really contacting this one up. They have no clue on where FakeOut could be. I think they're expecting some sort of push, but that Krieg, actually, the sound cue giving that away means that FakeOut Nation can completely adjust their setup. Vetus is just caught right out in the open. I have no idea what that was. Luckily, Niche drags his team back to reality, and Icy still holds his position over towards Pit. But Supernova have a real decent chance at making this work here, especially if they can overwhelm Tags, who's going to be able to find the first, no problem. The second, no problem as well. But the third, just a bit too ambitious for him. A 2 versus 2, bomb will go down, and basically from here on out, it's going to be a wingman sort of scenario here. Both these players have, I'm sure, played tons of retakes here, but Supernova, oh, you gotta give them a little bit of an edge, especially when they're gonna hit shots like that. Shoker overwhelms Niche, and Icy will have to pull off the 1 versus 2 here. Has a kit, has a smoke, has an AUG. But I mean, I don't exactly see him getting away with this one here. Supernova has so many advanced positions that they could be hiding right now, and Icy has to check every single one. And although he does, Momo will still remove him from the round. A quad in the round as well, and Supernova on the force-up there completely punish FakeOut Nation. That was, I mean, just really well played by Supernova, to be completely honest there. I have no clue how they managed to basically wiggle themselves up arch side with almost no contention. Then Vetus just kind of gave away his life. It wasn't the cleanest of setups on the CT side, let's be honest here, but there's another chance for them to strike blood. FakeOut. They force up Deagles. I said, Supernova, that last round, we're putting all their eggs in a basket. It's not often that you see a gamble like that work, but here we are. Nice shot from Tags to open things up for the CT side here, but with pistols, they're going to need a lot more where that came from. Shooter Man pushing through the smoke, absolutely no respect for how Vetus will be playing Arch. Will have his teammates gather up around him, so maybe there should be a little bit more respect to the name Shooter. Don't push through that smoke, wait for it to dissipate, and then improve your chances at closing out the round in fashion. A CT wrap could be in order from the T side, and the CTs could really do nothing about it. Wrap indeed does come through, but it's actually towards the ace site, which means Vetus is going to be able to find a double. Picks up the Krieg as well, and he's going to try to continue with more. Tries to get the spray down. Now Ange has joined the picture. He gets one, but he's a one-and-done kind of player, and Vetus with a triple drags FakeOut Nation right back into this game, 9-9. Both teams winning their force-ups here. Makes for one crazy game of Counter-Strike. That's unbelievable. That FakeOut Nation made that one work here. If that was a CT wrap, Supernova win that round. Like, 100%. But the fact that they had Bomb going porch side really kind of just messed with their plans here. Because that Supernova have to buy up full deagles. Plus, there's a Krieg in play on the vet or on player. FakeOut Nation. Vetus. B contact play in the works. This is going to be kind of a really just a conga line of terrorists in. Oh, this is a really awkward setup from the CTs. What is this? This is so awkward. They're just going to be overwhelmed because of it. Now guns in their hands. And don't tell me we're going to be seeing 3 force-up rounds, 1 in a row. That would be disgusting to see. But it's looking awfully possible right now. Molotov goes out, forces Momo out of position. Now it's the pistols versus the world here. Guns cannot be retrieved from this angle. And yeah, okay. It looks like they've avoided the scare of the CTs. I was a bit worried for a second. But, well, they'll dissipate my fears, FakeOut Nation. They'll put themselves on 10, only 6 away from closing this out versus Supernova. I was real worried for a second. That setup over at B, when the flashes started raining on through, was really awkward. Both players just stacked up, basically on top of each other, towards single oranges. That didn't exactly work out for them, but, you know, the post-plant firepower was really not there, and Supernova could basically do nothing about it. Full buy up now from Supernova here in a very aggressive position from Quick. This is kind of a one and done sort of position, and he's not even going to be able to get one. Shooter Man with the Krieg is easily able to remove Quick. Seeing a bit of an SK setup come through from FakeOut Nation as well. It's a bit of an altered hold, though. If you notice, Niche is watching from the barrel over at port side here, and Icy is in that lovely boost spot, and a lovely refrag from Niche, but he actually pulls his knife out just the wrong time. Ange is going to be able to easily punish that. Now it's Vetus and Tags to try to make this retake happen. But it's another situation where it's very possible for Supernova to win this. In fact, I actually might give them a slight edge. The double stack in towards Pit and Mini Pit could be very strong. However, that Molotov could easily change the tides of war here. Ange will have to go massive here. He spots the head, but he doesn't quite get it. Molotov out forces his position, and exactly what they needed comes out. Tags makes one burn alive here. Now it's Dolphy versus Tags, and Dolphy will win that any day of the week. And that is another one for Supernova. I said, FakeOut Nation, that was one of the rounds that they really needed to win, because their money is going to be in just absolute shambles after this one. The refrags have been much better in recent times from Supernova. And it's keeping things competitive, at the very least, from FakeOut. But, I mean, no team has really been able to get a solid economy here, just because these rounds have been traded back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's just really hard to establish any sort of a, financial security, to be totally honest. Supernova looking to change that, though. They're fully investing into this one, but they have 2 Mac 10s on Ange and Momo, so they could farm a little bit of money for free. Bomb hasn't exactly committed to either area, and despite the nades ringing out into Shooter Man's face, he's only down to 65, so he can still be very lethal. Lots of ifs for FakeOut Nation here. They have to get real lucky with a read on the stack and a read on the situation in general, but I don't think Supernova will give them the time of day to do that. Now starting to contact slowly up towards A. Niche, Icy will hold the spots over towards Hay Barrel. And Pit. Icy finds one, but again, he's just going to get traded out here. There's almost no way that he goes much bigger than that. Sure, the rotates will be through, but, I mean, FakeOut Nation, how have they actually gotten up for free? I don't exactly know what happened there. It's a little bit of a hiccup, but Supernova surely are going to be able to close it out from here, right? Quick will try to close the distance, but quickly punished by Dolphy. Now Tags will try to do the same, but waiting on the edge of the smoke will be Dolphy. The hero of last round continues to be the hero in this round as well. And finally, it's 2 rounds, 1 in a row from Supernova. That stabilizes their money just a little bit more. And really gives them a bit of buying power in case FakeOut Nation are able to somehow steal this one away. But that is arguably one of the more important rounds of the half of this game for Supernova to win. If they gave that a 1-up, that would have just been terrible, to say the very least. Smoke over towards mid. Pretty standard setup from FakeOut. They're not playing this any differently despite being only on pistols. They're playing a little bit more passive. I mean, they're giving up arch control almost entirely, only watching for a wrap. Since Bomb hasn't exactly dedicated towards anywhere yet again, Supernova are just content playing these defaults. It's going to do them just fine. Flash play seems to be in the works from Supernova at the moment. Ange gets flashed in once, but no need for a second. Ange has free reign, and oh, he could really have a buffet of counter-terrorists to choose from at the moment here. They're all in these kind of crazy off angles here. Icy would probably pose the biggest threat to him, and indeed, Icy will not falter when given the chance to remove a player. That's a Mach 10 down, so that gun can be retrieved from FakeOut Nation, but it might not be even worth their time. Bomb rotating towards B. FakeOut Nation actually have a minority of players over towards here, so this should be an easy take from them. I can't really see something working out for Quick here with only USP. Same story with Tags with only a P90, and although the P90 is able to reign supreme over 1, the smoke from CT doesn't come through and ends up actually tagging a player down to the grave with him here. 3 versus 3, and this almost looks a little bit shaky from Supernova, to be completely honest here, especially when Icy is going to hit shots like that. Dolphy does him one better, though, and says the Krieg is just too damn good. It just overwhelms one and another. Oh, wait, no, that was actually the AK to close things out, excuse me. Krieg will be retrieved, though. Shooter Man. It's a weapon that he likes to use. We saw him use it very repeatedly in this game. Finally, things are starting to settle down a little bit. FakeOut Nation and Supernova have stopped exchanging rounds back and forth here, and the hiccups have subsided. Both teams will be able to fully invest into this one. Shot down from Vetus. Oh, is it time to set the Papega Clap world record already? Crap, I didn't realize. Oh, Vetus. He's going to be in for a very bad time. Oh, look at this, though. This quick CT rep. That's unbelievable. I love this from Supernova. I didn't even give this the time of day because I didn't think they'd get up for this free. But, I mean, Icy, although he gets one, he's one and done. And it's just so chaotic, really, to follow. Supernova, I keep my eyes off them for a second, and they just immediately wrap towards A and overwhelm everybody on FakeOut Nation. It's a 3 versus 4 for this retake, but it's just nothing to do. They're just going to get completely zoned out. The utility usage is just going to be so suffocating from Supernova where, I mean, there's really nothing that you can say other than Supernova just dealt with that perfectly. However, a bit of a silver lining for FakeOut Nation is that Supernova are going to have to run relatively far away to survive this bomb detonation. So that could be a couple of free frags for someone like Tags, which he will get one for free. What I'm really trying to say is that it could be a little bit of extra money for the CTs if they pushed a little bit more. Overall, though, so solid from Supernova, though. That quick A wrap just, I mean, it caught me off guard. It's something that you would see in like a Pug or a Scrim, but my God, does it work perfectly against a team that was kind of breathing down your neck for a while in this game. And another fast play seems to be in the work for Supernova here. Or not. They have second thoughts about it. They're content with holding down Banana for the time being. The rotations from the CTs hasn't changed at all. It looks like Shooterman's just trying to fake banana at the moment here while the rest of his team slowly pushes their way up towards A. I can see this working. And rotation has actually been dragged right over, so Niche isn't convinced. Shooterman, despite his best efforts to pull off something sneaky, might end up falling victim to a CT who's going to be very much waiting for him. Or it's going to be Niche waiting for Momo right on the other side of the Molotov at Porch. Now it's a 4-on-2 on the A bomb site here. Rotations really yet to come over from FakeOut Nation just yet here. Quick, still stuck in CT, is going to make it. So Niche, as well as Icy, are going to have to hold down the fort pretty much all by themselves. And although Icy won't falter, his teammate does. And a 2 versus 1, it's going to, I mean, it's possible from Tags. It's really possible. But I don't know if he even wants to go for this. Like, it's a bit risky to go for. He's our player to watch heading into this game. He's an incredible player, don't get me wrong, but 1 versus 2, coming out through library with only a single flashbang. I wouldn't really bet on this clutch working out for him. He tried to go for a jackpot, but unfortunately he just he busted. Possible match point coming up soon for Supernova here. Again, for the first part of this half is a little bit turbulent. Supernova were having very strange results, winning and losing rounds that they really shouldn't have won. But again, things have kind of stabilized. So for the most part, it's expected as Supernova are playing this one out here. FakeOut Nation have just been kind of on the receiving end of every single one of these executes and haven't really been, or in Supernova haven't exactly been particularly challenged, I suppose you can say, by anything FakeOut Nation have been trying out to adjust their CT setup. I really liked how Icy was playing over towards Hay Barrel, so I could see that maybe being something that he tries again. FakeOut Nation, they're not going to be going for that triple porch setup or anything. In fact, they're going to be airing 2 players over towards Arch, so they're trying to deny any A-Rat from happening again. Supernova realize that, though. Realize that it's been smoked off. Shoker doesn't care, though. He's going to push through the smoke anyway. Flashes everything coming through here, but it's going to be a field day for Niche. He's going to be able to find 2. A 4-on-3 is exactly what FakeOut Nation need to get back into this game, especially with Quick most likely being able to find another. Indeed, he does. Now a 4 versus 2. Supernova finally will probably fall in this one. However, I can't count them out. I was about ready to call them out of this one here, but Shooterman is kind of the X factor in this one. He's a mysterious man, but return of the king. Perhaps he can show up once more. Okay, maybe he can't. Well, that's a pretty uneventful way to close things out, but whatever. It's 11 for the CTs now, so FakeOut Nation still keeping things competitive. It was a bit ambitious to try to still make that A-Rap happen, especially after Niche was kind of ready over in that cubby, wasn't it? Another investment comes in from Supernova. They want to close this one out right here, right now. I'm surprised that they aren't choosing to save. I guess they really want to try to break the economy of FakeOut Nation, or if they just feel confident despite only having a Galil and lighter utility than they normally would have. Plus no AWP, nothing like that. It's a gamble, but maybe it's a calculated gamble. FakeOut Nation, small adjustment being made where they're trying to scare Supernova out of taking banana, but they can easily retake. In fact, that seems to be exactly what they're going for here. Tags gets flashed almost completely, forced to compromise his position. Supernova, now banana belongs to them. And it looks like a full B execute will actually be in order too. Ange solo lurking over at A. Will probably not be the one making the headlines here. Tags will be the one trying to do all the work for the CTs here. Good shots through from Quick. Tags down 1, removes another from the round here, but they still haven't been able to solve this equation. You can try to remove all the X factors that you can but the kills will still come through for Supernova. Ange is able to show up with one. So is Dolphy. A 2 versus 4, and I believe we're going to be staring down the barrel of match point right now here, because this gun is fully loaded, and it's going to fire down on one. Vetus will try to pull off a miracle, but miracles don't happen often. Supernova on 15 just might secure their 10th win in ESEA Advanced. Again, it's so important too, because FakeOut Nation, this is a must-win game for them. Otherwise, they're not making playoffs. I mean, 8-7, soon to be 8-8 if they lose this one. Sure, you're going even in the season, but it's not the win that you're hoping for. Now aggro banana control, something you saw Supernova doing a lot of times. This time they're going to be on the receiving end of it. 4 versus 5 now. Supernova, bit of a hiccup, starting things out on potentially one of the last rounds of this game. Another much-needed adjustment from FakeOut too. See how they're not trying to really, change the playbook all too much. So they're dragging a rotation over towards A because they expect it to be an A hit from here on out. But Ange will be the only one there. He's lurking, and he did this last round as well. B-side is going to be practically free if Supernova were to take it right now, and they seem to be getting prepped for an execute. So this could be possibly the last round for FakeOut Nation in this season. If something doesn't change quickly, it would have to be a crazy retake or just a crazy hole from tags. Either way, it would require something pretty insane to happen. That's a good start, though. Quick is able to get one over at the A bomb site here, but here comes the execute in from 3 remaining terrorist members here. CT isn't smoked off here. That is huge, too, because now it's going to be a little bit dangerous for them to try to get the bomb down. They're going to be planting most likely right behind the fountain. Retakes will begin from FakeOut Nation. They'll be all grouped up over towards CT with the exception of Quick, who's coming in from Banana. Momo will find the first kill on this post plant here. Now 3 versus 3. It's even Stevens all the way through here. Vetus is hurting, bleeding internally, but Icy is going to be delivering with one. Vetus with another. It's a 1 versus 1, possibly to close out the season here. Now Momo has to pull this off. Icy, he's been incredible this game, and he's going to continue to be incredible. Keeps FakeOut Nation alive. Now it's 12-15. Supernova nearly pulled off the Alamo on the B-bomb site here, but no. They stay alive, FakeOut. But they have 3 more to go before they force overtime. This might be the kind of gimme, though. Supernova, this isn't a round that they can exactly, what's the word? Justify, I suppose? Justify buying fully into. They're going to be having pistols, so this should be like pretty much a freebie for FakeOut. If they even hiccup slightly here, that would be very, very scary. And now that aggressive banana control is not going to work out for them this time. Last time, FakeOut Nation, in that last round, they got things off to a 3 versus 5 start. They don't have that little bit of a cushion to work with anymore here. Now it's a 4 versus 5, but that's because Quick was able to get a nice shot onto 1 and a second, the third out of the picture. But that means that is just a perfect opportunity for Tags to spray down 3, actually. It's all eco kills, but my lord, does it not look pretty when you're on the receiving end of it, doesn't it? A sea of blue in the kill feed puts FakeOut Nation on 13. And this is so close from being an even game now. Within striking distance, Supernova will cause a pause, actually. Okay. This is probably a good time for them to actually call a pause, to be completely honest. Because Supernova, do they actually justify buying up here? Because if they do that, it's almost surely going to be overtime. Considering how that last round went, I mean, FakeOut Nation, they did exactly what they needed to, really. They didn't falter on that anti-eco whatsoever. Got all the kills that they needed. They're perfectly fine. Supernova, probably not worth buying into this one here. Try to play for 14. Play for the full 30 rounds here. Get your money's worth. You have a couple of players investing a little bit more than others, sure. You see how Shooterman has a Galil, so they haven't given up hope to make this round work entirely here. But they don't exactly have the greatest chances at the same time. Here's another adjustment coming out from FakeOut Nation. This time it's over towards alt mid. They made a lot of noise while doing it. And I think the T's are going to be able to adjust appropriately here. See how there's a player located in Boiler right now. This apartment stack could be absolutely lethal for either side, really. A lot of question marks. Shooterman waiting in Boiler, or waiting by Boiler. He's in a bit of a scary location. Smoke through mid. Rotates not over yet. FakeOut Nation have to hold the line for a little bit longer here because FakeOut Nation still are not budging from that B bomb site here. Nade stack comes through right onto Icy's face, so he has to eat a bunch of shrapnel. Now he's down to 46 points of health. Now an A-Rap comes through. It's just, I mean, Supernova, they're not going to be able to make this work here. It doesn't seem like all hands are on deck for this push here. It would have to be an incredible solo play from Shooterman, excuse me. While he will get one, maybe he can actually book it over towards the B bomb site and get bombed down. Then we can play a different game from there. But it requires all those checkboxes to be marked. Now B-bomb site has been taken. Ange clears out all the angles. Bomb is down. Now Shooterman, his best bet would just be give that gun over to Ange. Ange will have to go massive here. Shooterman most likely has absolutely zero chance. But a 2 versus 4 is a decision where FakeOut Nation, they cannot give this up. Under, I mean, any circumstances. They cannot give this one up. This is their season life on the line here. Ange peeks out first with the M4, finds one. Now Shooterman has been traded out. Do they think that was a player with the M4, though? I'm not sure if they do. Niche is still sticking the bomb. 1 second left. They actually take him down. Now it's Fedis versus Ange. It's another 1 versus 1. Fedis just absolutely tries to book it here, but he gets taken down. It's Supernova taking the game away, 16-13. Oh, a 2 versus 4. That's unbelievable. Closing things out in one of the most insane fashions. Rubbing salt in the wound for FakeOut Nation as well. So many things could have went wrong for Supernova there, but they somehow scrape by to make that round work. Rotating over towards B at the last possible moment. Shooterman just trading guns with his teammates. It's insane. I don't know how the hell that worked out for them. But, I mean, here we are. Supernova managed to close things out 16-13, improve to that 10-6 record, and have booked their ticket into the playoffs. Commiserations at the same time to FakeOut Nation, though. We'll be ending the season 8-8, and I don't believe making it to playoffs. I think that is going to do it for me, though. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this, please feel free to drop a follow, or if you're feeling really generous here, a Twitch Prime. I'm trying to hit 15 subs, that way I can add a few more emotes, but if not, that's also cool. I just want you guys to have a good night. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Ito, and, well, have a good one. Later.